coming up this week, I'm going to be, well, managing expectations, I think is the best way to describe it. Now, if you saw last week's running vlog, you will know that I was on holiday. Yes, I know, strange concept, but it was on holiday. Now, guess what? It's a week later. I'm still on holiday. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, I have gone away for the longest holiday that I have been on. Well, since I started working for myself, since I became self-employed. Going away is a bit of a difficult thing when you work for yourself, really. You feel guilty. Taking any time off is ridiculous, really. And before a week, maybe 10 days at the absolute most. But this time, I've gone away for 2 whole weeks. And so I am still in the beautiful county of Yorkshire. Now, I'm going to put my hat on, because today, even though it's well into September, it's really warm today. We've had a bit of a kind of mini heat wave, and it's been high 20s here today, and it's going to be again tomorrow. And I'm venturing out for a run. I don't think I'm going to go very far because it is really, really humid. But anyway, it's still lovely to be running somewhere like this. It's absolutely beautiful here, as you can see, and the scenery is stunning. I've been really taken with Yorkshire, actually. I absolutely love it here. The natives are very friendly, actually, and the scenery has just been stunning. I've visited all sorts of really fascinating places, had a wonderful time, and I've still got some few days to go, so this is just great. I'm going to go for a run now, and then we're going to have a bit of a chat about managing expectations, what that all means. It's in relation to my current challenge, and yeah, we'll talk all about that after the run. Let's get going. I may get lost because I haven't, the other way. On last week's video, I went kind of that direction. I know that route quite well, so I'm driving through there every day when I go out. This way, I'm going the opposite way. I don't really know it so well. It's supposed to be the owner of the cottage that we're staying in. It said that this is a disused railway line, so I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm going to give it a go, and I'll see you on the other side. It is hot and humid, but I still really enjoyed that. It was great to get out. The first sort of kilometre and a bit maybe was quite hard because of the, because of the heat and humidity and what have you. But once I got going, I actually felt fine. There were some places, as you might have seen in the montage, unless you skip through it, that where the ground sort of changed. Here, you can see it's sort of like a concrete, reinforced concrete path. So this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Then it went to kind of a bit of a grassy bit, and then beyond that it was sort of grass and dirt, and then you started heading into sort of puddles and mud and all sorts. I went as far as I could. I don't mind splashing through the old puddle, but there was one really big one right the way across, and I thought, no, I'll turn around here. So then I ended up going backwards and forwards down here just a couple of times to get to 5k. So let's stick the times on the screen. It's a slow-ish one. I'm actually quite pleased with the time because it's so humid, and because I had to stop to go over a cattle grid twice, going and coming back, and also there was a gate that was quite fiddly to open. You had to open the gate and it had this sort of hook thing to keep it closed, which you've got to do, of course, follow the countryside code and all that. So that was quite fiddly going and coming back to kind of fiddle around with that. So that sort of delayed me for a few seconds, but that's all right, that's okay. I know that's breaking my cardinal rule, but you know what? It's not that bad. Stopping and starting again, really. I shouldn't get so hung up on it. Anyway, I was going to talk about managing expectations, because by the time this video goes out, which will be cracking on through September, there won't be that long, a couple of weekends I think, until my challenge, which is the 10k event, which, in case you don't know, if you've not been watching recently, it's the Run Bournemouth event, first one since 2019. I took part in the 2019 event, really enjoyed it, and that's when I did my first ever 10k, which was 1 hour 6-ish, just under I think. And I want to break my personal best. My personal best since then has been 56 minutes and 48 seconds, got it right this time. And I want to kind of beat that, for getting around 55. But I want to manage my expectations, because today, again, when I was running, yes, it's humid, and once I got into my rhythm, I looked at my watch and the pace was 6:20, which seems to have always been my kind of comfortable pace. However, I know I can run quicker than that. And I think music probably will help if I can find the right kind of music track to kind of take me up just a little bit. But realistically, I've got to manage my expectations. To be honest with you, just the fact that I'm taking part is a really good thing. And, you know, I think with the world we live in and all the stuff that's been going on, I've been quite lucky, really. A lot of people haven't. So I think I can, and I'm a glass half full person anyway, so I can very much look at the situation as, if I do beat my personal best, well, that's great. If I don't, I'll be disappointed, but I'm not really going to lose much sleep over it. I'll be perfectly honest. Just the fact that I could be there with other people is going to be the main thing. So I'm managing my expectations. I'm not really going to worry too much about it. I think, you know, if I hadn't been for this holiday, then I would have clearly had like a training program going in. And it's been very interesting reading your comments lately, because they all seem to kind of boil down to a very similar idea, which is the fact of having slow running interspersed with fast running. And really, there's no right or wrong answer with where you do that fast running. Some people are saying do it in a block, other people split it up, some do interval training, others do kind of fartlek, which is just to do it what feels right for you. And there's no wrong way of doing it. It's what is right for you personally. That's what you've got to do. But I haven't really got a lot of time to do that before I'll be wanting to really take the brakes off in the week before the event. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just going to see what happens, but I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, I've had a lovely run in the Yorkshire countryside. I've had a lovely time in Yorkshire. Thank you very much to everybody in Yorkshire for being so welcoming. And one thing I want to say actually is that there was a couple of instances where people did nice things for myself and my wife that no one's ever going to know about. Nobody will ever find out, because they won't ever find out that it happened. And it's just a kind gesture that this person made, and somebody else made as well. It's happened twice while we've been here. And I think it just goes to show, when you turn on News at 10 and you see Hugh Edwards there with the relentless gloom that is the news, then it's easy to forget, isn't it, that there are a lot, yes, there's some horrible people out there. The vast majority of people actually are really very nice. And I think it's important to never forget that. And I've had a couple of reminders of that here on this holiday. No one will ever know what these people did. But to me, I was quite touched by both of these separate things. And, you know, isn't that great? Isn't that great? I'm sure you know people who are great too, and I'm sure you're great to other people. Everybody's great, aren't they? It's the word of the video. Anyway, enough of this. I'm now going to go back, have a shower. Cottage is lovely, by the way. Here's a cottage. What do you think? It's lovely, isn't it? So, yeah, it's, I think the worst place is to be stuck for a fortnight. So that's good. I haven't had to do too much work while I've been away. I spoke last week about the fact that if you work for yourself, you kind of have to take a little mini office with you just in case. And I've had a couple of little things come up, but nothing major. So I think this taking 2 weeks experiment has kind of worked. Although I've got a couple of days to go yet, so who knows what can happen. Anyway, I'm waffling. Time to go. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe if you're new here. You'd be very, very welcome. And I'll see you for another update next week.